The Victim and the Worm. Phyllis Bottome, published by Booker. Chapter 1. Oliver P. Brett sat under the shade of a giant yew and regarded a hedge of red and purple fuchsias with thoughtful eyes. "These bees," he said to himself, "if they ain't wasps, which is just as likely, make the calmest sound in the universe. They act brisk, but they hum as if they were dreaming. They're like the English. You could make a skipping run over the face of the earth and not find a quieter place to decline in than England, and yet, while you're declining, the English get things done. They're slow, but they go on. And they go on after everything else has stopped. I put my flashiest into giving them a boost when they needed it most, and they tried hard to turn me down for showing them how. Mad! I was so mad that if I could have got my papers in a hurry, I'd have gone out of this old country as fast as their kindergarten railway cars would have taken me. But they hung me up over my papers, just the same as they hung me up over my gas, and by the time they knew what my mother's maiden name was, and what made my great-aunt kick the bucket at 92, they'd decided to have a go at the gas after all. I'd have lost time if I'd gone elsewhere then. So I stayed. That ain't gas the Germans used to start off with. That was just a little parlor scent squirted out so as to surprise the troops that weren't looking for perfumes at the moment. But it looked bad. I admit, it looked real bad. Those Canadians and all were splendid chaps, and it riles me to think they stood and died of it. They needn't have died of it if they hadn't drunk it in wrong and breathed too quick. Why, when I practiced at it myself, after we got some over to experiment with, I sat kind of near the cylinder and smoked a cigar right into it. I wasted that cigar, but I got no more harm than a turtle dove swallowing a gnat. My gas, well, it's a real gas. Thinking don't matter to it, any more than Christian Science matters to a jug of prussic acid halfway down your throat. But gee, how long it took these English to see it. They just kinder felt they ought to be good about war. I guess they don't feel that way now. It's been submarined out of them. If we could have morally won this war, we wouldn't have needed to have started it. We had all the morals in a row on our side sitting on the Belgian fence, but a good knockdown blow at the fence kinder dispersed the morals. That's the way war acts. You can have morals before, and you can have morals after. In between, you want to study the swiftest kicks. Mr. Brett leaned back still further in his steamer chair and drew his hat almost over his keen, half-shut eyes. I guess, he continued to himself dreamily, that I shall just sit here and watch the English till I pant.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?